Right, it's that time again. Here's my boys. Look, both of them waiting at the back door. Time is about 10 past 10, guys. Good boys. Gate shut, boys. They're both lined up for a drink first. And Snoop's just gone up. I can just see Snoop's tail going up the garden. Sooty won't be far behind unless he comes straight in. Should we get their beds ready before they come back in? I think I've actually still got my umbrella in there. That's why I put it this morning, because it was so wet I had to leave it open. So I'll put it in here so it could dry. Yeah, it's still in here. There you go. Right, I shall pop my brolly away now. That's just the mat round toilet. I always give that a wash every now and again. I don't use this as a toilet down here. I always use the upstairs bathroom because the boys use, this is the boys' room, so I'm not going to use it as a bathroom or a shower room. This is the boys' room. I'll just roll this up ready for tomorrow. Hopefully I won't need this tomorrow. I'm hoping the weather's going to be nice tomorrow. Right, I just had to get the dog bedding. It's all nice and clean. It's been hanging on the back of the door just to give it a bit of an airing. There you go. It's all tumble dried, so it was lovely and dry anyway. It was lovely and hot when I put it up there. It's really hot. Right, there you go. Here comes Snoop. I heard his foot and Sooty as well. Right, let me get that back door then, guys. Hiya, Soot. Hiya, fella. Right, back door's shut, locked, keys are out. Let's sort my boys out. Come on then, let's get you guys. I'll take their biscuits in the back as well while I'm here. There we go. Right, here we go, boys. Somebody said to me, when did you get your biscuit tin? Now this was something that we've had for years. It says Doggy Treats on it. It's a metal tin, and I put their bonios in here. I don't know where it came from. It was something that my wife bought. She probably bought it as a box of treats for the dogs at Christmas, and we've had it for years. So I've still got it because obviously I've got the dogs, so I've got the tin. But you can get them on eBay. I went on eBay to see if you can get them, and you can. You can get all sorts of ones. So they are still available if you're out there wanting a dog bonio tin. They're out there, guys. Right, I've got the biscuits for my boys. If I put these on the window ledge now, my Snoop will watch me do this. And he knows they're there now, and he's looking intently at the window ledge. Right, if I just move the dog's bedding out of the box and stack it onto the toilet so I can move the camera, guys. Oh, Snoop. Right, here we go. Right, this is all clean as well. I put it back in the box. So I'll put the lid on. There you go, and I'll put the camera over there, guys. Here you go. There you go, see my little Snoop up the corner. Look, Snoop's in the wrong position. That's Sooty's spot. Sooty will soon kick him out of there. Right, you've got to come out there, guys. Come on out. Good boy. Sooty, come on out. Come. Yeah. Good boy. Right, hang on a second, let me put these down first. Hang on, no, come on out, both of you. I know, you get too excited. Let me get this down first. Sooty, come on out. Soot. No, Soot. Go on, mind. Mind, Soot. There you go. Right, there you go, Snoop. Right, I'll give them their biscuit first and I'll put their blankets on. Can you see them both? Yes, you can. There you go. Right, one for you, Snoopers. One for Soot. Right, they've both got their biscuits. I'm going to cover them now. There you go, Sooty. Oh, he's a good boy. And this is for Snoop. Here you go, Snoopers. Oh, he's a good boy. There you go, fella. Right, the boys are covered. Their water bowl is full, so they shouldn't want any more water tonight. Right, and they're all tucked up. Right, good night, guys. Sleep tight. I'll see you boys in the morning. Right, out we come. Beautiful. Right, we're out. Wash up time, guys. Here we go. You know the routine. Right, there you go. Right, if I run the hot water, get the cold off, get this washing underway, we can have a chat. Well, I've only got one shout out to do today. That's for a young lady called Poppy. Now it's Poppy's 34th birthday today, so happy birthday, Poppy. Unfortunately, Poppy's not very well, and she messaged me to say today is her 34th birthday, and she's battling cancer, guys. And she said she's not doing very well. So my love and thoughts go to you, Poppy. I don't really know what to say. It's a really difficult situation you're in, and I can only wish you the best. Yeah, not good at all. Right. Everybody's been messaging me about my soup. Some people have been saying, do you make your own soup? No, I've never made my own soup. I've always been a tinny soup person, but I must admit, if I go out for a meal at a restaurant and it's a 3-course meal, I will always have a soup as a starter. I love soup, always have loved soup, and I find it doesn't fill me up. I can have a soup and then eat the main course and enjoy it. I never ever have a dessert. I always have the soup and then I have the main course. I'll never have a dessert. Yeah, I do at home. I have my apple pies all the time, but yes, I don't when I go out for a meal at a restaurant. I never tend to have a dessert. Just like the soups. Right, let's get this filled up and get some suds going, guys. Here we go. That one. I'm a cup short, hang on. Here it is, I've got it. That one, and that one goes there. Right, lots of plates. I'll put those over here. Right, I think we're pretty well there, guys. Right, I think that will do nicely. Tip that away. It goes there. That can go recycle. Right, I just wipe my hands and get the gloves and we can start this off. Oh, right. I've got my cardi on again. I was under the duvet, spread out on the sofa. I was starting to slide. Once I start to slide, I'm thinking, I'm going to go to sleep in a minute. I need to get to bed. So I thought, right, let's get this sorted. The boys hadn't come out to see me. Snoopy usually comes out to make sure I'm still awake. He has woken me up on several occasions, but I didn't fall asleep tonight. But I wouldn't have been far away. I think if I'd shut my eyes, I'd have been gone. Oh, it's lovely. I'm hoping the weather's going to be nicer tomorrow. It'd be lovely to have a lovely, lovely walk tomorrow. I do hope so. I'd like to do a long walk with my boys tomorrow. We'll see how it turns out. I will message my mum and dad when I get back from my walk to see if I can pop up and see them. And I've got Peter to go and visit in the afternoon, so it doesn't give me a lot of time. But hopefully that will give me enough time to do what I need to do. It's a bedding day tomorrow and towels. So they're going to go in first thing in the morning. See if I can get those done. There we go. And I've had lots of messages from you guys. Had nothing from my family. I usually hear from my mum on a Sunday anyway, so that'll be tomorrow. But if I go and see them tomorrow anyway, my mum won't message me because she'll have seen me. But yeah, my mum's a regular. And that one goes there. I haven't got a lot to do actually tonight. I haven't. Oh, I'm starting to yawn now, which I shouldn't do. Oh. I find that if I'm driving home from work and I start yawning, it's like contagious. Once you start, you can't stop. one of the garages I worked at, there's a fella there. Him and his wife used to go down to London every weekend. They used to go clubbing. They hadn't got any children, but they used to go clubbing every weekend. And there used to be 4 of them used to go. They used to go with another couple. And this fella I worked with, he came into the garage on the Monday morning. He looked very bleary-eyed. We said, "Did you have a good weekend then?" He said, "Don't mention the weekend." So we all looked a bit puzzled because we didn't know what had happened. And of course it comes out. Eventually he owns up what's going on. He said, "It all started on the Friday night." So we said, "Oh, okay, what was that?" He said, "Well, we went clubbing." That was normal for him. Him and his friends went clubbing. They had a really good time, as they always did. And he drove. He was always the driver. So he said he drove down there. They had a fantastic evening in London. They caught the tube out and then got in their car on the outskirts of London to drive home. His girlfriend, no, wasn't his girlfriend, sorry, his wife, he was married. They were coming back and his wife was sat beside him and she started yawning. And he said she did this really, really loud yawn and then she made this funny noise. And he looked across to his wife and her mouth was wide open. And she was making funny noises, pointing to her mouth. And what she'd done, she'd yawned so wide, her jaw had actually popped out of its joints and her mouth was stuck open. So yeah, they ended up having to go to a casualty. Coming back from London, they ended up diverting to the nearest hospital. I don't know where it was, Romford, I think he said. And they ended up going to this casualty department. And they had to put his wife's jaw back in. He said they had to sit there for hours. He said this was a Friday night. He said the place was rammed. He said they sat there most of the night. The friends they went down with, they went home, they got a train. They left them there, Romford, they caught a train, they got back on a train. And he had to stay there with his wife. He said they sat in the waiting room nearly all night. They didn't get back to the early hours of the next day, Saturday. But his wife, because her mouth had been stuck open, apparently the muscles get stretched. And when they clipped her jaw back in, they then had to put like a bungee around from her chin over to the top of her head to hold her mouth shut, because every time, because her muscles had been stretched, her jaw just fell open naturally. So she had this like a big elastic band around her head, holding her mouth shut. So yes, apparently his weekend was wrecked. He said the next day he spent sleeping most of it. He said because he was just shattered. He was absolutely shattered. He said they didn't do anything. He said that wrecked the whole weekend. And he said even he, after that, every time he yawned, he grabbed hold of his bottom jaw just to make sure he didn't yawn too loudly. But apparently, I've never heard of it before, but apparently you can disconnect your jaw by, like she did, yawning really loudly or really widely. But yes, her jaw popped out. Not good. That's a new one. That was the first time I'd ever heard that one. And I haven't heard it since. He's the only one I've ever heard it happen to. Unless you guys can tell me different. I'm sure one of you out there, out of my 5,500 subscribers, must have had something similar happen to them. But yeah, apparently she dislocated her jaw by yawning. Yeah. I did spend a whole night in casualty once with my brother-in-law. I got a message from my wife, my then wife, saying that her brother needed to go to hospital. And my wife and her brother were down at it's like a little social club. So I went down there. What had happened, he'd fallen flat in his face. He'd been drinking, but he wasn't drunk. But I don't know whether he passed out or what he'd done. He doesn't know what he did. But he fell flat on his face. And done his teeth and his nose. They phoned up for an ambulance, but they were told that they wouldn't send an ambulance out for that. So that's where I got involved. All those who were out that night were all drinking, so none of them could drive. So I was at home getting this call late at night. It was probably about 11 o'clock at night I got the call. So I go down there, pick them all up, drop everybody off, and then carry on taking the brother-in-law to hospital, to the A&E. And I sat in there the whole night, guys. The whole night I sat in there. I think we finally got out about 7 o'clock in the morning. The place was full of drunks. There was some bloke who was arrested, who was sat there in handcuffs with a police officer attached to him. He was rather loud as well, but the police did try and sit in a in a kind of remote corner of the waiting area, but he was making a lot of noises. This young lad, I don't know what he'd done, but he was mouthing it off. Yeah, not a good night. I was a bit shattered the next day as well. I think that's the most time I've ever spent in an accident emergency. Well, probably by the time I got there, I got the call at 11 o'clock, probably got them there by about 12, and then I didn't get home until 7 o'clock in the morning. Well, we actually walked out of casualty at 7 o'clock in the morning, so I got home about another half hour after that. So yeah, it wasn't good. A nice night best forgotten, I think, that one. Nearly there, guys. I haven't got a lot more to do. Got the dog's dishes, a couple of little plastic containers to do, and we are there. Oh, this is lovely. This is the time of night I like. They're going up, climbing into bed. Right, put the cups on there now. Right, do the doggy dishes next. Here we go. Lovely. I've heard a lot of fireworks going off tonight. I don't know if you've got the same thing where you live. It's the thing with firework night is it isn't just one night. Firework night starts like maybe a couple of weeks before, and then goes on for like forever afterwards. You're always hearing fireworks going off at night, all the way up to Christmas. And when New Year's comes, well, that's a whole different kettle of fish. You don't have to stay up for it because you definitely get woken up by the fireworks going off. Here we go. And the money they cost as well. One of the fellas I worked with over at Bury, he was going to a firework party on the Friday evening, and he said he wasn't looking forward to it. He didn't want to go, but his girlfriend wanted to go, so he was going to have to go, and he wasn't looking forward to it. But, I haven't been to a proper big fireworks display since I was a schoolboy. I've been to little garden firework do's, but not to a big mainstream firework display for years and years. My parents took us to one, and the one that my parents took us to, unfortunately, it's one of those things. It was on a specific night and you all go there. There was a funfair, huge bonfire, but the bonfire was a long way away from you. You couldn't get anywhere near the bonfire. But it was made up of things like pallets and doors and things like that, and the heat from it was phenomenal, and it was a long way away as well, but you still feel the heat. But unfortunately, that particular firework display, it was foggy. And so all you could see was like coloured lights lighting up the fog in the sky. It was very, awful. It wasn't good at all. It was grey, drizzly, foggy, but the fire was amazing. It wasn't a good display. It's one I wouldn't go to again. Something else my parents took us to when we were youngsters. I must have been maybe about 12, maybe 13. And they took us to, it was called the Colchester Searchlight Tattoo. And it's like a military show in Colchester, because Colchester is a garrison town. And they had this military show every year, the Searchlight Tattoo it was called. A bit like the Edinburgh, I suppose, the Edinburgh tattoo, something along those lines. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, Searchlight, they did have these huge, looked like those big old Second World War searchlights. And they kind of struck an arc inside them because we had one just behind us. It was quite noisy. and they brought two electrodes together, struck a light, and then they pulled them apart, and the light from the arc lit the light up, and it was really buzzy. This thing was really buzzing behind the head, and the moths, of course, it was just behind us, so we were surrounded by moths. But it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I haven't done plastic dishes, have I? I just let all the water out, and I've just realised I'm not going to do them now. I'll do those in the morning. They can sit there. They're not going to do any harm. They're only going to be cleaned and go in the recycle. But yes, yeah, that was a lovely experience as a child. Yeah, really, really good. And I had an uncle, Auntie Edith and Uncle Bob. They used to go on coach tours, coach trips. And they used to do one up to Edinburgh. And they used to do the military tattoo in Edinburgh. They used to go up on a fairly regular basis. They loved going up to Scotland, and they'd always do it on a coach, do a coach trip holiday up to Scotland, and they did it year after year. Bob did drive, but he wouldn't have driven that sort of distance. That was too far for Bob to be driving. Right, I think I can put everything away now, guys. I'll spin the camera around so you can see what I'm up to. I'm going to take these gloves off. That one goes there. I can tip this out to put some fresh in for the morning. There we go. Right, that's done. Oh, too much. A little bit less. There we go. Right, we're done. Right, we'll put the bowl back. Right, back door's locked. I'll turn the radio on before we go upstairs. I think that's it. I think we're done. That's really good. There we go. And that one goes there. I think we're done, guys. That I've got to wash those tomorrow. I'll leave those there. Here we go. There. I'll fold the handle down so I can carry the selfie stick. There you go. Right, and on goes the radio. Right, night night guys, sleep tight fellas, and I'll see you boys bright and early in the morning. I'm going to take my umbrella with me, put it by the front door, or put it at the bottom of the stairs maybe. Right, here we go. Ah, right. I can go there. And that one on, that one on, that one off. We shut the door. There we go, and that one off. That's good, we're sorted. Let's go. Oh. Up the stairs we go. Right, we're there, we're up. Oh, it's nice and warm up here. I did have the heating on for about an hour. About 7 o'clock I had it on, 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. There, we're up, we're done. Right, let's take some of this jewellery off. And I'm going to go to bed, have a quick top and tail because I had a shower already. Whoops, there we go. Let's put the selfie stick up. There you go. Oh, there we go. There you go. Right, watch off. Right, bangle. It's my copper bangle. I had this one for years. This came from Scotland. I don't know if you can see the detail on it. It's really nice. Really, really nice. Right. See if I can get the ring off. No, it's not coming off. Put a little bit of cream on, that will come off nice and easy. Right, there we go. It's amazing how much difference a little bit of cream makes. Slips off really nice. There you go. I'll try and wipe the cream off it now. There you go. Right, that's done. And necklace. Here we go. One necklace and earrings. I better turn the light on for the earrings. I can actually use the camera, I think. There we go. Whoop. That's one earring. If I can find the hole, there it is. And one more. Here you go. I can get them out easy enough. I could never get them back in, I don't think. Like some people can do it, I can't. I have to use a mirror to be able to see what I'm doing. Right, that's it. We're clear, all clear. Bedtime. Oh, lovely job. Right, there you go. Right, I'm going to go to bed, guys. So I'm going to load this video for you, jump into bed, and I'm going to hit the sack. And I shall see you guys tomorrow. We do another washing day. Hopefully we're going to get a really nice walk tomorrow. I do hope so. After today. I'm hoping for some sunshine, especially on my last day before I've got to go back to work. So I'm going to love leaving, and I shall speak to you guys tomorrow. Okay, right, bye-bye for now.